Welcome to GCCars, and my name is Eric, and today we're going to take a highway POV test drive in this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. And in this highway POV test drive, we are going to test its safety assist features, so like the adaptive cruise control, the active lane management, and like the steering assist, all the good stuff. And that's what we're going to do today. But before we do that, if you want to hear all my thoughts about this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, make sure to click in the top right hand corner for my full review where we talk about everything from the interior, the exterior. We drive it plenty, and of course we're going to compare it to the competition out there on the market. That being said, let's merge right here and see what they're doing up ahead, and go into the left lane. Okay, now we do want to enable the active lane management, so lane keep assist, and let's kind of start drifting outside of the right lane. It's all clear, and see what happens. And as you instantly saw, the Grand Cherokee steered against my input there a little bit. So whenever I'm like this, by the way, means I'm not giving any steering inputs. Of course I'm still holding the steering wheel because, well, you're legally required to do that. But let's try that again. Let's see. Drifting out of the right lane. It's vibrating a little bit because we got to the edge, but we actually made the turn. It wasn't even intended. Let's do that once more. And even when we're going pretty steep angle, the Grand Cherokee steers us right back. Now let's enable our adaptive cruise control. Perfect, there we go. And the steering assist with this button. So now it is an active lane centering assist. So semi-autonomous active lane centering assist. And it'll automatically keep us in the lane. Let's see how well this works. Really well. As you can see, once again, this is a semi-autonomous driving system. So you're supposed to keep your hands on the steering wheel, just like I'm doing right now. Like I said, my thumbs are just off to show you that I'm not actually giving any inputs. But so far it's been doing a really good job. Everything has been done flawlessly by the Grand Cherokee. It's keeping us in our lane, nice and centered. Not too far to the left, not too far to the right. Very confident in the system, and it's keeping a good distance up ahead. Yep, does a very good job. We don't have any active lane changes or anything that the car can do by itself, but except for in very few cases, I find those kind of gimmicky as well. So I really don't miss them. But just in case you were wondering. So let's see it speed back up here once the Toyota goes to the right hand side. We're speeding up, and we're gonna go to the back of that VW here in a second. Nice and smooth on the brakes. Even downhill. And let's get it a little more speed. See what it does. Let's get this turn, well, this little turn, let's see. Maybe a touch further left than I would want it to. I'm like about like 2 inches away from me interfering. That's where I interfere. Wasn't too sure if it was about to do that turn properly or not. I just didn't want to risk it. But even if it wouldn't have done it, this is still very well functioning system. Let's turn it all back off though, and now I'll give you just a minute or two for you to hear and see how it is to drive the car without any of my commentary. But before we do that, we have 2 more POV test drives. One is on the highway, one's in city, I mean. We kind of, have it a bit more in stop and go traffic. We'll take a bit more of a look at the interior, just so you have all the scenarios. And one's at night, where we test the night vision, the thermal cameras on this Grand Cherokee. With that being said, I'm just going to be quiet for a bit. Enjoy. Okay, but I think with that we can end this POV test drive. I really hope you enjoyed it and it gave you a bit more insight about the safety and the assist features of this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve, the top trim. And like I said, if you want to hear my thoughts, somewhere on your screen right now you will find my full review for all my information and yeah, everything from like acceleration and so on. And if you liked it, please make sure to like and subscribe, because we upload videos every single week about all sorts of new vehicles. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.